Man, it's coming down to the wire for these challenges. To recap the challenges, what the penalty is. So the loser, Jeff, standing on the corner at a busy intersection that sees 60,000 cars during rush hour. There's going to be a TV crew out there filming you, and you'll be holding a big-ass sign explaining to everybody on the road why you were out there wearing a dress and lipstick, man.
Yeah, Chris wants to see a man in a dress.
But you know, if you're wearing the dress, man, yes, I would love to see it. I won't look away.
Welcome to The Flex.
I'm here to see you! I'm here to see us! I'm here to see us! Let's be special! Let's be strong! Let's smell greatness from the top! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Now broadcasting from the Fantasy Sports Studios. Here are your hosts of the flagship podcast, Chris Jacques and Jeff Kelley.
Welcome to the Flex Week 14 Fantasy Football Preview Show. Got a special one on the table today, man. It's real quick. Just want to say thank you to everyone that's listening to the show today. Please go ahead and leave us a review on iTunes or whichever platform you guys listen to us. We appreciate all the support. You guys are effing awesome. Chris Jacques alongside Jeff Kelley. Jeff, what's up?
Nothing much. Just not a lot of fantasy impact for me this week since, I got 5 buys out of 6 leagues. So I'm just chilling.
Yeah, you seem pretty excited.
Is that a Trubisky in your pants?
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, man, we're going to do things a little differently today. We've got the fantasy playoffs on tap. But first,
Fantasy Recap.
Falcons take it 20-17. Alvin Kamara suffers a concussion. Matt Ryan plays quarterback like Rex Ryan. And we got a hell of a show on tap, man. But real quick, just on that game, I was shocked that Matt Ryan could throw 3 interceptions and the Falcons still pulled out, man. Of course, Drew Brees threw that killer one down there in the red zone, man, with 1:47 to go, man. What were your thoughts on that game there?
I wouldn't worry about Kamara for next week. It didn't look like that bad of a concussion. But Michael Thomas lit it up, though. The Saints' offense is definitely different without Kamara.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, Michael Thomas had a hell of a game. He got you over 30 fantasy points in PPR, if you include the bonuses.
What, Ingram get around like 15 still? 14, 15? That's not even that much. With Kamara got hurt in the first drive. Yeah,
Kamara leads with like a little over 5 points there.
That is going to make a lot of people lose fantasy this week.
Yeah, it definitely will, man. Even daily leagues too. That's gonna come back to bite you because
he was like 82 or 8,400. He was expensive.
Yes, he was, man. Yes, he was. Julio Jones, pretty decent game, man. Got you some good points. Was hoping to go over 100 and skin a touchdown, but 5 for 98, not bad. We're gonna kick things off, man, for the fantasy preview. Let's go with how about 10 questions?
10 questions.
All right, man. We're gonna do 10 questions here. We're gonna go under the radar. All right. All right, Jeff. Give me 3 fantasy stud quarterbacks for the fantasy playoffs. Don't give me guys like Brady or Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson. Give me some guys that kind of flying under the radar you think could have some big impact in the fantasy playoffs in 2017.
I actually kind of like Jameis's playoff schedule. I think Josh McCown, he's been playing hot lately, so I'd feel pretty safe playing him too. And I'm really excited to see how Garoppolo does this week. I don't know if I would feel comfortable playing him, but I definitely think if Rodgers is available in the league, you should pick him up because if they win this week, he's definitely worth a start next week.
Absolutely he is. I like the Jameis call. For me, my 3 quarterbacks, I'm going Phillip Rivers. He's got a hell of a schedule too. He's been on fire lately. Case Keenum, man, he's been pretty hot lately as well. I think he's looking up, man. I think he's much more valuable right now than Matt Ryan. And I agree with you on Jimmy Garoppolo, man. I think Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm actually playing him in our Dynasty League this week because against that Houston Texans pass defense, ranked 31st overall, feeling pretty good about my chances, man, with rolling Jimmy G out there. How about 3 running backs flying under the radar for the fantasy postseason?
I like McCaffrey, actually. I think he's going to do very well for you. Kenyon Drake. I think he showed last week how he can hold that backfield down by himself, and if they run it like that, he would be huge. And I think I'm almost on the borderline with Rex Burkhead, man. I think he's worth it. I know his upside is huge. I know it just sucks if he doesn't get a touchdown.
Well, I think this week, for week 14.
I like Gio Bernard a lot, especially if Mixon misses some time.
I'm not high on Burkhead. I mean, I'm not high on Gio, excuse me. I do agree. I like your Burkhead pick there. I think this week, for week 14, I think Burkhead's going to be a hell of a play with no Gronk being there. Hogan's coming back from injury, it looks like, but I'm not expecting a huge performance from him. Not right out of the gate. It's been over 6 weeks since he's been on the field. It's been since October 29th, I believe. So, man. But as far as my running backs here, I got Deion Lewis going. He's been pretty consistent, man. He's been in the top 12 over the last 4 weeks as far as running backs and PPR scoring. Kenyon Drake, I'm going right there with you. On Drake, man, you gotta buy in on him right now. And a guy that's flying under the radar that I like that nobody's getting played right now because Jamal Williams has been pretty good lately the last few weeks. I'm going Aaron Jones, man. I think Aaron Jones is going to kind of slide back into the primary
I think
ball
Jamal
carrier.
Williams backfield. That's Jamal Williams backfield.
You think it's his backfield for weeks 14 through 17?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Do you want to challenge that?
Yeah, I think I do.
Challenge flag.
I bet Aaron Jones has more fantasy points than Jamal Williams weeks 14 through 17.
14, 15, 16 to playoffs. 17, there's no playoffs.
There is for some leagues.
There's like maybe 1% of playoffs in week 17. It's mainly 14, 15, 16.
That's fine. I'll do 14 through 16 there.
Whatever. If you want to do 14 through 17, if that helps you think you have a better chance, that's
16's fine, man. We can do that. You accept that one? 14 through 16.
Yeah.
Challenge
All right.
accepted.
All right, man. How about 3 wide receivers flying under the radar? People might be concerned about. Who do you think is going to show up in the fantasy playoffs
I
this
think
year?
Josh Gordon's going to be good for you. I think he's going to help a lot of teams. I do like Rashard Matthews if he comes back. He'd be very nice for you. And Michael Crabtree.
Yeah, I like those two, man. I definitely agree with you on Josh Gordon. Some people are concerned about him. I'm not concerned about him. He's getting the target. He's getting the volume of targets there. D.D. Westbrook, another guy I think that could be a decent flex receiver if you have Amari Cooper or one of these other guys that are injured or have bad matchups. And I kind of have a tie, 3A and 3B, man. I like Marquise Goodwin a lot, especially week 14 against the Houston Texans. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to really open it up for him. And Jordy Nelson, starting week 15, I think he's going to be right back to where he was, as always, with Aaron Rodgers coming back. So, kind of pumped about Jordy coming back, or Aaron Rodgers coming back, helping Jordy out there. If I own Jordy Nelson, week 15, man, I think it's going to be a must start when Rodgers comes back. How about tight ends, Jeff?
I'm going to go with Ricky Seals-Jones. Give a little love to Anderson from Houston. And I think Greg Olson's going to be a nice play for you.
Nice, man. I agree with you on Ricky Seals-Jones and Steven Anderson. Those are my two of my 3 right there. Greg Olson worries me a little bit, man, going against Minnesota week 14. I think it's going to take him a little while to get back. My 3rd tight end, Jason Witten. Caught a touchdown last week. I think Witten could be a decent PPR tight end. I think he's going to be a top 12 tight end in the fantasy playoffs throughout the last few weeks here. How about 3 fantasy studs who owners should be concerned about in the playoffs? So give me some.
I'm just going to give you one at each position.
Just give me one each position.
Yeah.
Top players you think are going to struggle.
I'm worried about Drew Brees in the playoffs, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm right there too with you on that.
Kind of worried about Todd Gurley in the playoffs. He's got a tough schedule. Amari Cooper. Some people still play him.
I would call him a dud, not a stud, but okay.
And yeah, I guess with a receiver stud, you could say could worry a lot of people. That is what we try to list people that are getting played over 85% of the leagues. Stephon Diggs, he gets played that high still. And a tight end Gronk, because he's missing already this week 14, is going to hurt a lot of teams.
I'm going to go a bit bolder than you on these. I'm going to go Cam Newton at quarterback. I think he's going to have a tough one. I think he's going to kill a lot of fantasy teams this week going against Minnesota.
Drew Brees. That's pretty.
Yeah, but Brees really hasn't been playing. He's got entering Thursday night's game last night. He only had 15 touchdowns going into the game. I mean, he's more of a game manager right now this year with all these all the great running back play they've been getting. As far as running back,
if I didn't have any buys this week, I would still play Cam Newton. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, man, it's just the Minnesota defense. They've given up the fewest rushing yards allowed to quarterbacks, and that's really where Cam's made his money, man. If Cam didn't have the rushing yard, those rushing yards against New Orleans last week, man, he would have been like 13 fantasy points.
Yep. Well, fantasy, you use the whole game, and that's part of Cam's fantasy, running the ball.
Which he's not going to be able to do is what I'm saying. For running back, Jordan Howard, man, I like him a lot. He's got great upside. Man, he's been struggling. I mean, he has not looked good the last few weeks. For wide receiver, I got another 3A, 3B here. I got Devontae Adams, and I got Brandon Cooks. Cooks I'm worried about because Hogan's coming back. Gronk's been getting targeted heavily the last couple weeks. I know he's going to be out week 14. I think Cooks will have a decent week this week, but after this week, I'm a little worried about Cooks. It gets colder. Prior to coming to New England, he was always known as a dome guy, not so much an outdoor guy. But we're hitting the cold December months in Foxborough, man. And I'm a little worried about Brandon Cooks. I think Chris Hogan's going to come back in. I think Hogan's going to take away a lot of that target share.
Yeah, I remember when you made the trade in League Erected his projected points, not his actual points.
For tight end, man, who do you got for tight end?
I said Gronk.
Gronk, that's right. I have Greg Olsen. Man, Greg Olsen worries me, man. I just can't trust him, especially week 14 against Minnesota. Worries me this week. Whew. What do you think about Greg Olsen, man? Am I just crazy, or are you concerned about him as well?
No, I think another week off helped him.
My mind's telling me no,
Foreplay.
but my body's telling me yeah.
We're going to do a foreplay a little different here this week, man. Usually we do it by week. We're going to do this one from weeks 14 to 17, entire fantasy playoffs. Who do you think is going to be the number one scorer at quarterback throughout the fantasy playoffs?
Russell Wilson.
I like it. I was thinking about going there as well, but that Jacksonville defense this week, ooh, I don't know. We'll get to that game soon. But I'm going with Tom Brady just for the matchups. He usually kills the Steelers. The Dolphins, the secondary, I don't know, man. I'm going Brady. What about running back, Jeff?
Le'Veon Bell.
I'm going Todd Gurley. How about wide receiver? I think we both probably have the same one here. I'm guessing.
Keenan Allen.
That's who I got too. And
I was thinking about pulling a Mike Evans on everybody.
Oh man, we're talking about Mike Evans. I should go back to the bus list.
Yeah, we should have done that.
How about tight ends? I think we're probably the same one here too.
Travis Kelce.
Yep, we're going Travis Kelce.
Baltimore's defense.
Oh, your defense? Yeah, Baltimore's D, the highest scoring.
Yes.
Oh man, that's
Jacksonville has the only reason I
know.
picked Jacksonville is because Jacksonville is playing Seattle,
yeah.
and they're playing a couple other good teams, and they can put up points. I think Russell Wilson proved it. He don't care what defense he plays.
I agree with you, man. I'm right there with you. I agree with all that.
This or that.
All right, man. This or that. We got. Who would you rather own in the 2017 fantasy playoffs? Out of these names, are you ready?
Yes.
Jamal Williams or Aaron Jones? And we already talked about this. So I know where you're going.
Jamal Williams.
I'm going Aaron Jones. Larry Fitzgerald or DeAndre Hopkins?
Hopkins.
Oh, man. I think
Hopkins.
I'm gonna
What
go
you even
Fitzgerald.
debating?
I'm going Fitzgerald.
The fuck out of here.
I don't know. I think the emergence of Steven Anderson is going to help the Texans offense, and I think it's going to take away a little bit from DeAndre. I don't know. I mean, I think it's close. I wouldn't be surprised if DeAndre wins it either, though. Yeah, finishes with more points. All right, Josh Gordon or Juju Smith-Schuster?
Gordon.
Agreed. Dede Westbrook or Marquise Lee?
Lee.
Yeah, I agree. Alvin Kamara or, well, assuming he returns next week, or Mark Ingram?
Kamara.
If he returns, yes. If not, obviously Ingram. Phillip Rivers or Jameis Winston?
Rivers.
Yeah, I'm going Rivers too. Ben Roethlisberger or Jared Goff?
Big Ben.
I'm going Goff.
Big Ben has
sucks.
2 or 3 home games. His next 2 or 3 games are home.
I don't give a shit where he's playing. I think Big Ben's garbage.
Yeah,
He had two back-to-back 4 touchdown games. Everybody's like jerking off over this guy, man.
played pretty good
He
last
sucks.
week. Got some good points.
He played average. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Whatever.
That's a
He
Big
sucks.
Ben stat.
Man, I don't like him at all. I think he's a dick. All right, Brandon Cooks or Michael Thomas?
Michael Thomas, not even close.
Cam Newton or Drew Brees?
Drew Brees.
I agree.
Cam Newton, my bad. Cam Newton.
Man, I'm taking Drew Brees, man. I think Cam's going to struggle against Minnesota this weekend.
Nah.
No?
Cam's going to do good.
Challenge flag.
I'll challenge you, man, that Cam Newton finishes with less than 18 fantasy points this weekend.
I'll take that.
Challenge accepted.
All right, Christian McCaffrey or Rex Burkhead?
McCaffrey.
I'm going to go Burkhead, man. Again, that Minnesota D. And this is 14, 15, 16. So you got 3 weeks. So McCaffrey could be there, but I still think Burkhead, man. Julio Jones or Keenan Allen?
Keenan Allen.
Yeah. Cam Brate or Hunter Henry?
Cam Brate. When Jameis quarterbacks, he kills it.
Ooh, I'm going Hunter Henry, man.
Nah, not when Jameis plays quarterback. He has eyes for Brate.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Look at the past 2 weeks when Jameis has played. Look at Brate's stats.
Well, I'm looking the next few weeks, and I'm thinking this is going to be a fun few weeks for me.
Challenge flag.
Because I'll challenge you right now, Hunter Henry has more fantasy points, 14, 15, 16, than Cameron Brate.
Yeah, as long as Jameis stays the quarterback and doesn't, like, his AC joint, he misses 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll throw that in there. If Jameis plays, yep, you accept that?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Challenge accepted.
Nice. All right, man. Jimmy Graham or Rob Gronkowski?
Jimmy Graham.
I'm going Gronk. Graham might not play. He might not play this weekend.
That's
against
fine.
Jacksonville. All right, I'm going Gronk.
Maybe he's going to take a break to give Gronk a chance.
Okay. All right.
Challenge flag.
You want to make a challenge on that one? Gronk over Graham? And we know definitely Gronk's not playing this weekend.
For the next 3 weeks?
Yep.
Or for this week? Yeah, I'll challenge you, Graham, for Gronk this week.
No, not this week, but the next 14, 15, 16.
14, 15, 16?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take Graham.
Challenge accepted.
We might want to knock out a lot of these too because man, it's coming down to the wire for these challenges. Should we recap the challenges, what the penalty is? I'll recap it. So the loser, Jeff, is going to be put on a dress, standing on a corner at a busy intersection that sees 60,000 cars per day in the Okeechobee military, man, during rush hour. There's going to be a TV crew out there filming you, and you'll be holding a big-ass sign explaining to everybody on the road why you were out there wearing a dress and lipstick, man. So looking forward to that. I think everybody wants to see that. What about you, Worm, in the studio over there in the production room, man? You want to see that, don't you?
I don't know if I'm going to see a grown man in the dress. I think I'm going to pass.
I want to see
Chris wants to see a man in a dress.
But you know, if
Going
that
from
man
begging
is
a
you,
begging
if
a
that
girl
man
that
is
can't
you,
do
yes, I
nothing
do.
to see the guy in a dress. What's up, my boy over there?
If you're wearing the dress, man, yes, I would love to see it. I won't look away. When I just asked Norm that, who's behind the glass here, you might be able to pick up some of his audio. He doesn't have his mic on. Kind of agreeing with me, it looks like. I like it. I like it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right, that's fine then. All right, Jerick McKinnon or Latavius Murray?
McKinnon.
I agree. AJ Green or Tyreek Hill?
Green.
Oh, man, that's a tough one for me. I think I'm going to go Tyreek Hill.
All right, I'll challenge that.
Nice. That's going to be a ton of
Challenge flag.
Yeah,
Challenge accepted.
All right, man. How about Jordan Reed if he plays? If he plays, he's not playing this week, but
I don't want any part of Reed.
I don't either. It was or Greg Olsen, and I'm just going to go with Olsen by default because I don't think Reed's going to play this year. Oh, man, I don't know. That dude just cannot stay on the field for anything. How about this one here, man? This one's, I'm going to throw a little caveat into this one because we know Aaron Rodgers is not going to play week 14, but he is coming back week 15. So week 15 and 16, more fantasy points, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady?
With Rodgers come back, Rodgers.
That's a tough one for me, but
15
I think I
and
agree with you.
16, challenge
it. I agree with you. Marquise Goodwin or Marquise Lee?
That's a good one.
Yeah, there's a few good ones on here. I like these.
I think they're going to be pretty close, to be honest, but I'm going to go Marcus Lee.
I'm going to go Marquise Goodwin, man. I think he's going to provide a huge boost as a flex option for you if you picked him up off the waiver wire. Jimmy Garoppolo, man, has got eyes for him, and I don't expect that to change the rest of the way. I especially like Marquise Goodwin to finish inside the top 20 this week at wide receiver. Any challenge for that, or you agree with that?
That what? Marcus Goodwin finishes in the top 20?
Top 20 wide receiver this week.
Yeah, I'll challenge that.
Challenge flag. Challenge accepted. The trend. 5 up, 5 down.
All right, man. 5 up, 5 down. We're going to do 5 facts fantasy owners must know heading into the 2017 fantasy playoffs. Jeff, you got any 5 facts you want to throw out there?
I got one fact is play your studs. Don't go against because of who you're playing against.
Yes, that's more of a true statement for sure. All right, man, I'll just throw mine out there real quick. New England's defense is allowing just 11.8 points per game. I think the Patriots defense and the Cleveland Browns could both be good plays in the fantasy playoffs, man. And another one I'll throw out there, Russell Wilson and Tom Brady historically performed their best in December. So regardless of matchup, like you said, they're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Seahawks are playing the Jaguars. And, man, yeah, I don't see any scenario playing out where I would bench Russell Wilson for anybody else right now. And how about this one, man? Since Week 10, Leonard Fournette and Carlos Hyde are both outside the top 20 among running backs in PPR scoring. Jordan Howard is outside the top 30, man. He sits at 32. And Jamal Williams, Rex Burkhead, and Austin Eckler are all in the top 12 in PPR scoring the last 4 weeks, man. Pretty crazy stuff. But what I'm saying here is this, man. There's not too many quote-unquote matchup-proof starters this year in 2017. You look at the matchups, man, just make the best of what you have to work with. But having said that,
don't sit your studs because of a bad matchup.
Don't sit your studs, start your studs. But
Kareem Hunt got you here. I say ride him out.
I agree. But all the guys I just mentioned, though, that finished outside, like Fournette and Carlos Hyde, those guys are not studs right now. They're not studs right now. So, man, I guess take it with a grain of salt, man. Play the matchups with all those guys. I really do believe that. Leonard Fournette, man, you feel good about playing him this week if you own him?
Yeah, I have no problem playing him.
Against Seattle? Man, it concerns me a little bit.
Nah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It worries me.
I think you still have to play him.
Well, I think you have to play him. I think you have to. Plus, I don't know who would you really pick over him. There's some tough matchups, man, this week.
True or false?
All right, man. True or false? Carson Wentz will have the most fantasy points among quarterbacks in the 2017 fantasy playoffs. We kind of already answered this one.
False.
I agree. Aaron Rodgers will average 30 fantasy points per game when he returns this year.
False.
Michael Crabtree will finish weeks 14 through 16 as a top 20 wide receiver.
True.
I agree. Amari Cooper will average 15 fantasy points per game the rest of the season. PPR scoring.
Is he a recluse this weekend? Because if he doesn't play, then false.
Well, it doesn't matter if he plays or not. It's just an average.
False. No, he's not going to average 15.
I don't even know if he's going to average 5, to be honest.
He could average 14.9.
He might average like 2.5. Marshawn Lynch is a top 12 running back in the fantasy playoffs.
False.
I agree. I think he is, man. I disagree. I think Marshawn Lynch will be a top 12 running back through weeks 14, 15, 16.
I'll challenge that.
Yeah?
Challenge flag.
I accept that.
Challenge accepted.
All right, Leonard Fournette will be a top 5 running back
False.
throughout the playoffs. Through the next 3 games, yeah?
I'm going to go false. You want to challenge it?
No.
I'll give you 6.
If you give me top 8, I would.
No. You said 5. You said you'd be 5.
Well, the true or false was that he will be a top 5.
But you were pretty much thought he was going to be top 5, so I said I'd give you 6.
No, I don't think he's going to be a top 5 or 6. I think he's going to be 7, 8, somewhere around there. Kareem Hunt.
I'll give you 7.
You give me 7?
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll take it.
Challenge flag.
All right. Yeah, I accept it. That Leonard Fournette will be a top 7 fantasy running back. 14, 15, 16.
Challenge accepted.
All right. How about this one? Kareem Hunt will be a top 10 fantasy running back throughout the playoffs.
True.
I agree. Chris Hogan, when he returns, possibly this week, he will be a top 20 fantasy wide receiver throughout the next 3 weeks in the playoffs.
Top 20?
Yep.
I will go false.
I agree. I think he's going to be top. Well, man, that's tough. Top 25, I'd agree with. I don't think he finished in the top 20, though. All right, how about this one? Kyle Rudolph will score 2 touchdowns over the course of the fantasy playoffs, weeks 14 through 16.
True.
I agree. I think he scores at least one this weekend, week 14. Austin Eckler should be or should not be starting in the fantasy playoffs.
False.
You think he should be?
I think he should be at least a flex.
I think it should be a consideration for your flex for sure. All right, your boy Ricky Seals Jones, a.k.a. Salsa Jones, will be a top 10 fantasy tight end rest of the season.
Top 10?
Mm-hmm.
I say top 12. Top 10 is kind of push. I think he'd be like 11 or 12, I think.
I think he's going to be top 10. I think he's going to be right there, 9 or 10, right around there. That's too close to challenge, probably, huh?
Yeah.
All right, how about this one? Mike Evans will be a top 10 wide receiver rest of season, PPR.
For the playoffs?
Mm-hmm. He's got James back.
Top 10?
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Yeah, I say he's 11 or 12.
Yeah, okay. I'm kind of right there with you. I think he's right on that borderline there. All right, Jamison Crowder will be a top 20 wide receiver rest of season.
True.
I think I agree. Yeah.
10 questions. This or that.
This or that. Better fantasy play throughout the playoffs, Derek Carr or Jared Goff?
Derek Carr.
I'm going Jared Goff. You want to challenge that?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Challenge flag.
I accept, man. Jared Goff will have more fantasy points than Derek Carr, I'm telling you.
Challenge accepted.
All right, man. Better Christmas movie, Christmas Vacation or Elf?
Christmas Vacation.
Absolutely. Hands down. Easy. All right, next one, man. More fantasy points, Deion Lewis, James White, or Rex Burkhead throughout the fantasy playoffs, 14, 15, 16.
I got to go Lewis.
Yeah, I agree. Better holiday beverage. We're going to kick Christmas off here with this segment here, man. Eggnog, obviously spiked with alcohol, or peppermint hot chocolate.
Eggnog.
I'm going neither. If I had to pick one, I guess I'd go with eggnog, I guess. All right, Marvin Jones or Golden Tate, which one is a better play rest of the season?
Tate.
I'm going Marvin Jones. Tate seems slow to me lately, man. He seems to slow down. He's slowed down a lot. Better pizza. Well, actually, hold on. Do you want to challenge that?
What's that?
I challenge that. I bet Marvin Jones has more fantasy points weeks 14 through 16 than Golden Tate.
I'll challenge that. I'll take
Challenge flag.
Nice.
Challenge accepted.
All right, Latavia or better pizza, New York style or Chicago deep dish?
New York.
I think I'm going with the deep dish, man. I know it's very heavy, but man, it's good stuff. Plus, you don't get too much of it down here in South Florida either. There's not too many Chicago deep dish pizzas down here. Maybe that's why I chose them. I don't know. There's a New York one down here in every freaking corner. Latavius Murray or Jerick McKinnon? More points rest away.
We already did that one, but I'll go Jerick McKinnon again.
Yeah, I'll go McKinnon again as well. Better to give or receive?
Give.
I think it depends on what we're talking about, to be honest with
presents.
you. We're talking about gifts. Yeah, I like to give gifts, but we're talking about some other aspects of giving and receiving. I could be a little selfish, I guess.
I know you like to receive in the butt.
Oh, man. Nah, no thank you. I know you like to give it up there, but man, not this butt. No thank you.
Hey, I'll give it in the butt, but I ain't taking it like you.
Oh, man, no thanks. I'll pass on both. All right, man. Better fantasy running back. You okay there? No, Norm's over in the studio. Behind the glass, just cracking up over there, man. You all right?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Just checking on you, man. All right. So, better fantasy running back for week 14, Rod Smith or Alfred Morris?
Morris.
I agree. Better NFL fan base, Philadelphia or Baltimore?
Baltimore.
Oh, I'm going Philly. Hands down, Philly. All right. Mike Evans or Michael Crabtree? Rest of the season. I'm sorry. I didn't finish that. Rest of the fantasy playoffs.
Man, I think they're really close.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Crabtree.
I'm going to go Evans. Challenge on that one?
No, because I have like right there on the borderline of 10 and 11.
Plus, I know you're rooting for Evans. All right, man. How about this one? Drew Brees, who I know you're down on, or Jared Goff? I'm going Goff.
I'm going Breeze.
I'm going Goff. You want to challenge that?
No,
Okay.
because I don't think they're both going to do good, so I don't care.
Okay. And this one cracks me up right here, man, because this one I'm going to have to call you out on right now. So when we did the Monday show, man, we did the recap show. You were talking about your Christmas tree. Remember that?
Yeah.
And you're like, man, I had to dish out $140 for a Christmas tree, this and that. And it's funny because right here on this follow-up on this or that, it says fake Christmas tree or real Christmas tree.
Real.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. 100%. And I don't think I would spend $140 on a fake Christmas tree there, Jeff.
Either would I.
Where the hell's your real tree? I was at your house earlier. I didn't see it.
It's a real Christmas tree. It's called frosted or flaked or whatever. It's called flocked. It's called flocked because it's sprayed with white.
What kind of spraying with white did you do? Man, you jerking off over there? Oh, my God. The jingle bells? My goodness.
No, it's called they spray it with white dust or whatever the hell it is. White
That's
snow.
exactly what you shoot,
thing.
man. White dust. You're getting old, man. All right, man. DeMarco Murray or Derrick Henry?
Neither. Derrick Henry, though.
I'm gonna go DeMarco Murray. Challenge on that one. Rest of the season.
No.
Okay.
They ain't in the challenge. They both suck when they're playing together.
All right. How about this one here, man? Which is more attractive? A few pounds overweight or a few pounds underweight?
Couple extra LBs.
See, I'm gonna agree to a point. Now you get some overweight.
You just said couple pounds over, couple pounders under, so that's like 5 over, 5 under. You can't like change the question up. You either got to pick one or the other.
No, I know. I'm gonna agree with you. A few pounds over is fine. But I'm just saying, there's nothing worse than like a big bitch who thinks, or at least acts like she's hot shit. I mean, it's like, bitch, do you not own a damn mirror in your house? I mean, do you not see what the hell you really look like? I mean, that's just one of my pet peeves, man. I just cannot stand some of these women, especially on social media, when they're just like, you know, doing that stupid ass duck face in a selfie, and they're all like, got all this like
with that
extra
corner
skin
angle
hanging out.
pose.
Yeah, they got that like, that nasty ass where it's got like kind of like bluish and reddish like tint to it, like little dimples and shit that look like, I don't know, moldy cheese maybe. I don't know, man. It just looks like a hot mess, and they're like thinking they're hot shit. I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I don't know, man. You ever see Shallow Hal?
Yeah.
They must have that spell under them, man, because I don't know how the hell they see whatever it is that they see that makes them feel like they look good or some shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. Not to get off on a tangent here, but anyways, all right, back to business here, man. Greg Olsen or Charles Clay? Better fantasy playoffs rest of the way.
How long is Tyrod out for?
Yeah, to be determined, man.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go.
Doesn't look like he's going to play this week, though.
I wouldn't play either one.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel good about playing either one for this week. Depending how Greg Olsen does against Minnesota, it might make me feel a bit better about playing in week 15.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable with Olsen.
Oh, yeah, no. Charles Clay, I think he's droppable. I don't think you can play him right now, regardless of who's playing quarterback. The whole Bills team has just hit the wall harder than Dale Earnhardt, man. That thing just came crashing down like hard. So, yeah, I'm not playing anybody in the Bills. Maybe Kelvin Benjamin, maybe, is the only, other than LaShawn McCoy, obviously, he's a must-play. But how about this one, man? Midgets or Giants?
Midgets.
You like midgets?
You just asked midgets or Giants.
Yeah. No, I'm down with midgets, man. I had a midget friend back in the day, man. She was cool. You know what she had in her car, man? You know what she had in her car? Do you know how they drive around?
Yeah, they have extension to their gas and pedal.
Crazy. But you know what else? You know what sucks about that, though? Was it removable? Because what if you wanted to borrow her car? Like it was an emergency. Hey, I need to borrow your car. And then you're like driving with your kneecaps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That ain't going to work out too well, man. That's like riding with them little play school, little red cars with the yellow hoods, whatever the hell they're called. I don't know, man. It's like being one of those. Or a smart car, for that matter. Same type of deal. All right, man. How about Ricky Seals-Jones or Steven Anderson? More fantasy points rest of the way. I think this is a close one right here for me.
I think it's Ricky Seals. He's proved it more.
I agree, man, but I think it's close. I think Ricky Seals-Jones is going to finish as tight end number 8. I think Steven Anderson is going to finish right there at 9. I think it's going to be that close. All right, man. 2 minutes to go, down by 6. Which coach is calling the plays? Andy Reid or Jason Garrett?
Jason Garrett.
Talking about bed shitters right here. You let Jason Garrett call your plays?
Yeah, because Andy Reid wouldn't run the ball.
If I had a kid, a son that was playing like pee-wee football, I wouldn't let that mofo call plays for my son's little pee-wee league game, man. Jason Garrett is the most overrated, overpaid douchebag in the NFL. That little ginger man offers nothing. Remember he was such a hot assistant when Wade Phillips was head coach in Dallas, and they paid him over $1 million to remain. I forget the salary exactly, maybe more than $1 million to remain as offensive coordinator, aka coach in waiting. We know at least Wade Phillips got that team to 14-2 in 2007. What the hell has Jason Garrett done, other than get lucky and get Zeke, and then have a nice season last year? Now he's back to
got him to 14-2 last year.
Well, I don't think he did. I think the Ezekiel Elliott did, because since Elliott left this year, what the hell has Jason Garrett done to really win games other than them beating the Redskins last week?
That's just as good as saying T.O. and Tony Romo got him to 14-2, not Wade Phillips. Contradicting yourself, playa.
All I'm saying, man, Garrett needs to go. They need to change up, man. That guy's been.
I don't really care
Dallas
who's the coach.
You what?
I don't really care who the coach is there.
Yeah, but Andy Reid's still a much better coach than Jason Garrett. But Andy Reid, he's kind of got that Marty Schottenheimer in him with the late in the season, especially in the playoffs. Man, his playoff calls are kind of terrible. And man, we got some fantasy previews again too, man. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Fantasy Preview. Star of the game.
All right, man, we're going to do the fantasy preview a little bit differently here, game by game. We're going to pick the start of the week from each team in this matchup, and we're just going to give you the winners real quick. Man, we're going to run through this list. You ready?
Fire up, machine.
Here we go, man. Chicago Bears at Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals favored by 6.5. Who's the star for the Bengals this week?
A.J. Green.
I agree. How about the Bears?
I'm going to go Dontrell Inman.
Yep, I agree too. All right, now how about this one here? Raiders at the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 4. Oh, wait, real quick. Who's the winner for the Bengals and Bears?
What's the spread?
6.5. Bengals favored.
Bengals.
I'm taking the Bears to cover the 6.5. All right, Raiders at Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 4. Who's the star for the Chiefs? Who's the star for the Raiders?
Kareem Hunt. Michael Crabtree.
Agreed on both, man. Who wins this game? Or, yeah, with the spread being
the
Chiefs
Raiders.
-4. Think Raiders cover or win?
What's the spread? 4?
4 points.
Ooh. I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs then.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this one. And I think they'll win. I think they'll cover too. I think they'll cover.
I think you said the Raiders are.
Chiefs are favored by 4.
Oh, then I'll take the Raiders.
Okay, I'm taking the Chiefs -4.
I'm kidding. Who's getting 4 points?
Raiders are getting 4 points.
Okay, then I'm taking the Chiefs.
No. The Raiders are +4, getting the 4.
I'm taking the Raiders +4. Oh, fudge.
I'm taking the Chiefs -4 here, and they'll win by more than 4, I believe. All right, man. How about this one here? Packers 3.5-point favorites means they're giving points to the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland.
I'm taking the Pack. Go, Pack, go.
I'm taking the Browns in an upset. I think they get the win right here this week. They're going to beat the Packers straight up. I'm taking the Browns +3.5.
I challenge it.
Okay, I guess, yeah. Well,
Challenge
You said they're going to win straight up. I'm challenging that.
I bet the Browns get the win this week.
All right, I'm taking the Pack.
Challenge accepted.
Star of the game for the Browns.
Jake Woden.
Agreed, Josh Gordon. Yep, Packers.
Jamal Williams.
I'm going Aaron Jones.
I challenge that.
We did already. We already
for
did
this
that.
week.
Okay, for this week? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll do that, man.
Challenge flag.
You needed some catching up points anyway.
Challenge accepted.
Which means I don't have a lot of confidence, but I'll do it anyway. All right, man. 49ers at the Texans. Texans favored by 2.5. Star
Texans.
for the Texans -2.5. I'm taking the 49ers +2.5. And star of the game for each team. Who you got?
Carlos Hyde. Nuke Hopkins.
I'm going Jimmy Garoppolo. I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Hopkins. I was gonna say Lamar Miller, even though I don't like him at all. But no, I'm gonna go Hopkins. All right, Cowboys -4 at the Giants.
Dez Bryant. Evan Ingram, and I'm taking the Cowboys.
I am gonna go Eli Manning for the Giants. I think he's finally got a chip on his shoulder, man. The dude that's had the silver spoon in his mouth forever. I think he's finally pissed off about something. Maybe we'll see more emotion from him. And I'm going to go Cowboys, and I'm going to take I'm going to take Alfred Morris. Yep. All right, man. And I'm taking the Cowboys. I'm taking the Giants +4. I think Cowboys win by 3. All right, Redskins at Chargers. Chargers -6.
I'm going to take the Chargers to win the game, but I'm going to go with Crowder and Keenan.
I'm going to agree on Keenan Allen, and I'm going to say for the Redskins, yep, Crowder, man. Right there with you. No, you know what? I'm going to go P. Ryan. P. Ryan on that one. All right, next one, Jets. And I do think the Chargers win, by the way. Jets, 1.5-point favorites on the road in Denver, man.
I'm taking the Jets to win. I'm taking Robbie Anderson, and I'm taking C.J. Anderson. Anderson brothers.
Okay. I'm taking the Jets to win as well. I'm taking Robbie Anderson. I agree with you there. And for the Broncos, give me Demaryius Thomas. All right. Titans, 3-point favorites at the Cardinals.
I'm going to take the Titans with Rashard Matthews. I just don't have faith in anybody. I guess I'll go with
Kerwin Williams.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah. For the Titans, man, I don't like Rashard Matthews this week, man. I think he's gonna have a tough matchup. I'm gonna take the Cardinals to actually win this game. I think they're gonna win this game at home, and I'm gonna say for the Cardinals, I think it's Larry Fitzgerald. No, take that back. I'm gonna say Salsa Jones, man, gets in the end zone here. I think he's gonna be a star of the game there. And for the Titans, I think, man, that's a tough one there, man. I don't like any of the receivers there right now. And Delaney Walker might not play. Man, it's tough. I'm going to say DeMarco Murray just by default because I don't like anybody there this week. Seahawks at Jaguars. Jaguars 2.5-point favorites.
Seahawks. Russell Wilson. Jaguars. Blake Bortles.
I like it. I like the Blake Bortles when I was thinking about that too, man. I'm going to agree with you, Seahawks, and agree with you with Wilson. And I think it's going to be Marquise Lee. How about Eagles at Rams? Rams, 2.5-point favorites at home.
I'm going to go with Eagles and Alshon and the Rams. I'm going to go Watkins.
I like it. Nice. I'm taking the Rams to actually win this one by, I think they win by 3. So I'm taking the Rams -2.5. And I'm going to say for the Eagles, it's going to be, call me crazy, I'm going to say Jay Ajayi is going to be the star of the game for the Eagles. And for the Rams, I'm going another running back. I'm going Todd Gurley. Ravens at Steelers. Steelers, 5-point favorites at home. Who you got?
I'm going to go Steelers to win. Wait, who's Steelers at home?
Steelers are at home, yep.
Steelers to win, and I think it's going to be Bell. And then for the Ravens, I'm going to pick their defense.
Okay. But the Steelers win, so they still put up
points. I'm going to go Alex Collins.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. Yep. Ravens, I agree with Alex Collins. And for the Steelers, wait, you know what? Can I go out? No, I can't go with Alex Collins here. I think they're going to have to throw the ball. I'm going to go with the Ravens, and I'm going to go with Mike Wallace. And for the Steelers, I'm going to go Antonio Brown. And I think the Steelers do win this one.
Yeah, I think that helps because Jimmy Smith's out for the year, too.
He's out.
Yeah,
that's right.
He's their
all about
corner.
that. All right, Patriots, 11.5-point favorites at the Dolphins.
I'm going to take the 11.5, take the Fins up. I'm going to go.
So is that the Dolphins plus 11.5? You think they're
Yep.
going to cover?
I'm going to go Kenyon Drake And then I'm going to go. The star of this game is Gronkowski because he's going to be at home and they're going to blame the loss on him.
You think Dolphins are going to win? Are you saying that?
Hey, they do pretty good against Brady. I think.
Talking about wishful thinking here. Are you going Dolphins for the upset to win?
I'm taking 11.5 points. Yeah, I take that win.
Oh, okay. Well, that wouldn't be a Gronk suffering
Gonna eat
loss,
a W with Jameis and Mac and Flacco.
Yeah.
I think this week it's probably gonna be Dion. No, I'm gonna go Amendola.
Speaking of,
Star of the game.
that's funny. Yeah, you've come full circle in 2 weeks, man. Just 2 weeks ago, you were taking the Patriots minus 16.5.
Yeah, but they don't play good in Miami. But the only thing that's going to help them actually this week, I think it's a Monday night game, so it to be a little cooler. If it was a Sunday game, 1:00 in Miami, Brady's not very good.
It's been hot as hell down here this past week.
I know, but we're getting a cold front today.
Are we really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 60s, 70s Monday night.
Oh, nice. Looking forward to that, man. I'm going to take the Patriots minus 11.5 because the Dolphins suck. And I think the running backs are going to be like just going off on them, man. I don't like Jay Cutler. I think he blows. And the Patriots secondary has been playing much better. I think Kenny Drake's going to be okay in this game. Patriots have trouble with running backs on the outside. So, yeah, start of the game, man. Who are you going with?
I said Drake
Drake
and
who for
Amendola.
the Patriots? Amendola?
Yep.
I didn't see that one coming. I'm going to go toss-up, man. I think I'm going to have to go I'm going to go Brennan Cooks. He had a pretty good game last time out. I think we'll keep it going
Last time out against them.
against the Dolphins.
Yeah, because he didn't have a good game last week. He sucked.
Yeah. For the Dolphins, I'm going to go Kenyon Drake as the star for the Dolphins there.
Beer goggle picks.
I'm naked.
I know you got boiled peanuts in those pants.
Do we have sex?
Man. Yeah, it helps me win.
Nice.
Going from begging him to kind of dress. What's up, my boy over there?
You're going to regret that in the morning.
I immediately regret this decision.
What'd you do? Your asshole, I guess.
All right, man. Beer goggle picks. Give me some players that have the name recognition, that have some tough matchups for Week 14, and fantasy owners may regret playing them after the fact when they see those results.
Jared Goff.
Okay.
We're doing that one. You want to do one at one position, each at one at each
No, it doesn't
position?
matter. Just throw a few names out there. It doesn't matter position. Just throw out a few names.
Okay, I think Jared Goff is going to hurt some people this week, as well as I think your boy Lynch might upset some fans this week.
I think Lynch is going to be good.
Yeah, I know. You do.
Yeah, I do. Any other names you want to throw out? I got a few names for you.
I just thrown out a couple, and then you throw out a couple.
All right. A couple of guys actually have hit on a couple. Yeah, I've hit on a few of these guys. Cam Newton for one this week. Jordan Howard's another one for this week. Greg Olsen, another one for this week. Devontae Adams, because Brett Hundley blows. He 84 yards passing and a pick against Tampa last week. That was just
So where are you putting Adams at this week then?
I think Adams is flex worthy. I think he could be a wide receiver 3.
Where you got him at points?
I think he's going to be right around like 10 points.
I'll challenge you
in
gets more than
PPR.
10.
More than 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll accept that, man.
Thank you for a free challenge.
Challenge flag.
Oh, yeah. When you get cocky, you always end up
Challenge
losing, buddy.
accepted.
Just saying, man. Just saying. Golden Tate's another one. What do you think of Mike Evans, man? He's on my list for this week.
No, I think Mike Evans does decent for you this week.
Over, under 18 fantasy points PPR this week.
I'll say he'll get you around 17, 16.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could see it. I don't think he finds the end zone. PPR, I think he can get around 16 points possibly. But, man, I don't feel good about that either, to be honest. You know what? No, I don't think he's going to get 16 points PPR. I think Mike Evans gets less than 14 this week.
I'll challenge you gets more than 14.
All right.
Challenge flag.
I agree. Mike Evans will have fewer than 14 fantasy points.
Challenge accepted.
All right. And then we got just one more thing here, man. We got a 4th and long here. 4th and long plays of the week. some Hail Mary long shots to become big shots and advance to round 2 of the fantasy playoffs. So, man, give me some real deep sleepers here, man. They're going to help teams who are struggling just kind of overcome those long odds to advance to the second round of the playoffs.
Giovanni Bernard,
Okay.
Dontrell Inman, Julius Thomas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Anybody else?
You want me to throw a running back out there too?
Yeah, whatever you want to throw out there, man.
As well as... Oh, I did Gio. QB, Josh McCown.
Oh, there you go. I like that one too. I'm gonna throw out Marquise Goodwin, as I've been talking about him all show, man. I think he's really gonna do well, not just this week, but the whole fantasy playoffs. But for this week too, man, I think you gotta wait till Sunday, man, to see what the status is on Chris Hogan. But Chris Hogan, man, he's been dropped in some leagues, man. If he's available, pick him up. I think he's gonna have more points than Devontae Adams if he plays. That's for sure. Aaron Jones, another guy. I think he's the best running back in Green Bay. Steven Andrews, Ricky Seals-Jones, couple tight ends I think are going to do well. I've been on the fence about Dwayne Allen with no Gronk, because Dwayne Allen's actually been more involved after being MIA for the first 9 weeks of the season. But I don't think I can go there. I can't trust Dwayne Allen. Any other running backs I can think of real quick to throw out there that Kerwin Williams, no. Doesn't look like AP is going to play. But Kerwin Williams, I've seen that shit show, and it's pretty shitty. So, no, I'm not going there.
Maybe Ellington, because he's been lined up as receiver a lot.
There's a good one. I like that one, man. Yes. Andre Ellington, 6 catches for 52 yards last year. You got no Braxton Miller, no Bruce Ellington.
Last week, but whatever.
Yeah, last week. I like it. Did I say last year? I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Those are all pretty decent.
Fire up the prediction machine. 5 bold predictions.
All right, Jeff, give me your 5 bold predictions for week 14.
Kareem Hunt will have more than a total of 100 yards and a TD. Mike Evans will catch 2 TDs this week.
Ooh, damn.
Jarvis Landry will be a top 8 receiver.
Okay.
Tom Brady will finish out of the top 8, as well as Jay Cutler will be in the top 10.
We can't do challenges on these bold predictions because it's supposed to be bold, correct?
Obviously, you're the one that likes to go, I think
Oh, man.
I think Brandon Cooks will have 1 catch for 7 yards.
The hell are you talking about?
You and your bold predictions. Bold predictions means you got to have big huevos. I know you got bold peanuts in those pants.
Well, no, where the hell did the 1 for 7 come from? What, would you just pull that out of your ass?
Yeah.
While you're down there, man, search for your gerbil.
I found it. It was in your ass.
I don't know what you're doing trying to look at my ass, man. No thanks. All right.
Said he wanted a hairy nest.
What
Yeah.
the
right,
F?
Is that 5 for you? Is that 5?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go, well, obviously this big one here, and this one actually I do believe. Cleveland Browns upset the Green Bay Packers. That's one right there. Mike Evans finishes outside the top 15 in wide receivers this week. Cam Newton finishes outside the top 15 as well, I think. Well, I think he's going to be right around 15. Yeah. Some other ones. I think Jimmy Garoppolo finishes as a top 8 fantasy quarterback. And I think LaShawn McCoy sneaks into the top 5 at running back this week. Is that 5? That's 5, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's 5.
Mailbag.
That right there is the mail. Now let's talk about the mail. Can we talk about the mail, please, Malcolm? I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay? Oh, shit, buddy. You gotta be kidding me. I got boxes full of...
They've been asking for their mail. It's all they're talking about up there.
All right, man. Question number 1. What's your confidence level in playing Austin Seferian-Jenkins against Denver this week? Jason in Los Angeles, California.
I'm going to say I feel confident playing him because Denver sucks against tight ends.
They do. Do you think it's a top 10 play this week?
I think he'll be right around there. If you're in a 12-man
Challenge
league, I think
flag.
he's playing.
I bet Austin Sperry-Jenkins finishes outside the top 12 this week.
Okay.
Who said that?
We're just answering questions.
You're not challenging that? Oh, you can't challenge mailbag now? You're making these rules now? You
Okay,
can't do that?
I'll take top 12.
All right.
Challenge accepted.
All right, man. Next one here.
It helps
I love
me
your
win.
advice. It helps me consistently in all my leagues. In one such league, I am just starting playoffs, but my team is falling apart due to injuries. I stashed Josh Gordon a couple weeks back. Do I dare take a chance on him this week, or would it be better to go with a lower upside but higher floor type flex play like Kenyon Drake? And then it goes on. Let's just go with that one for now. And this is from Kyle. Doesn't have a location.
I would be. I think Kenyon Drake's a good RB2 this week, but I would play Josh Gordon. I don't think you're in trouble either way. Which guy you play? To be honest.
I would play both of them, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would try to
I
get them
would
both
sit
in your
somebody
lineup,
else
depending
from the team, probably.
obviously what you have. But I think if those you're debating on your flex, you look like you're in pretty good position.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next one here. I nearly benched Kareem Hunt for Rex Burkhead last week, and now I regret that I didn't. Burkhead not only outscored Hunt, he outtouched him. This week I face the same dilemma. Is Hunt toast? Like all Hunt owners, I keep waiting for his long-promised return to glory. To no avail. I could start him in Burkhead, but then I have to bench either Evans, Hill, or Marvin Jones. All right, actually, this is interesting. Let me read this. So I could start both him, Kareem Hunt, and Rex Burkhead, but then I'd have to bench either Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, or Marvin Jones in a league with touchdown-heavy scoring. I'm not really sure what touchdown-heavy scoring is.
I bench
they're all kind of
Burkhead.
touchdown-heavy.
I play Hill, Jones, and Evans, and I bench Burkhead.
I disagree. I play Hunt. I play Burkhead, Evans, and Hill. I bench Marvin Jones out of that grouping there.
Especially if Stafford doesn't play, I definitely bench Marvin Jones.
Oh, absolutely. And it's from Eric in Vashon, Washington. All right, next one. Do you see any new rookie wide receivers making a splash down the stretch? I'm in some deep leagues, and injuries have decimated my wide receiver lineup for the playoffs. I'm watching players like Chad Williams, D.D. Westbrook, Mac Hollins. Thoughts? Paul in La Crescent, Minnesota.
I like Westbrook the best out of those three.
Absolutely, man.
Not even close.
Yeah, it's not close. You know, in Dynasty League, I held on to Mac Hollins for quite a while because I thought he had a lot of upside. I dropped him. I think it was last week I dropped him, to be honest. But yeah, D.D. Westbrook by far has the highest upside. He's the only one of that trio that's starting right now. So yeah, hands down easy. All right, next one. Thinking ahead to next season, what do you see as the longer-term prospects for Corey Clement and Alex Collins? This is from... Is there no name on this? Oh, no, here it is. Drew in Ferndale, Washington. So what you think, Jeff?
I'm reading the whole question.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm just going to go right now. That was the question. The rest is just their opinion, which is a long question. It's a paragraph.
So answer your thing. Why read it?
All right, man. So I'm going to say Alex Collins is easily the long-term play. Easily. Corey Clement's got no value to me whatsoever. Alex Collins has got some speed. He's got the talent. He just needs to hold the ball better and solidify his role with opportunity. But you know what does worry me, though, is Kenneth Dixon. We'll be back next year, man. Dixon looked pretty good his rookie year. But if I had to choose between those two guys, I'm going Collins all the way.
Yeah, I'd probably, if you're going to decide if you want to keep one of those guys, I'd probably choose Clement just because Ravens got Woodhead as well as they got Dixon.
You would choose Clement?
Yeah.
Kelley? Why?
Because look how much play Clement gets with Ajayi and Blunt there. I think I like Clement's future better than Collins.
Okay. All right. Next one. Need your help. I have Dak Prescott and Alex Smith. Don't play Dak. They could do no wrong in the first half of the year, and now they can do no right. Alex Smith did right last week. I need to win this week. Who do I start of these two from these waiver options? What? Sorry if I sound rude, but who do I start out of these two or from these waiver? Blaine Gabbert or Brett Hundley? No, those are not options. That's garbage pick.
He's asking, should I pick one of these two up? Or
Yeah, I know. And start him.
I would ride with
no.
I think Dak this week against the Giants.
I'm going Alex Smith against
No,
the
actually,
Raiders.
I'm going Alex Smith against the
Yes.
the Raiders. My bad.
Hands down, easily. And Alex Smith's coming off a big game last week.
And I'd say whoever
Keeps it
does
rolling.
better this week, play them next week.
Yeah, Gabbert and Hundley don't even bother.
They opened
man.
the game back up this past week for Alex Smith, and he balled out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, after a 1-4 start, my team, Gangrene, has fought back
It's an 8-4 record. Nice comeback. 7 in a row.
to back to an 8-4 record. I need to win this week. However, in order to clinch a playoff spot, I need to choose between Latavius Murray or Tevin Coleman.
Go Latavius Murray.
Yes, clearly, yes, absolutely. I think Tevin Coleman's going to finish with less than 4 points. Want to challenge that, Jeff? I will challenge you that.
I bet
Tevin
you
Coleman
would.
finishes with less than 4 fantasy points. How about this? I'll even go bolder. Bold prediction. I bet Alvin Kamara and Tevin Coleman combined score less than 12 fantasy points. You want to accept that?
How about this? I say Mark Ingram scores both of them.
Yep, I agree. Because this game already happened, and I guess I was late getting to this email. I apologize to Tim.
Hopefully he sat Coleman because I still would have played Coleman with Freeman back anyways. And Saints got a good defense.
I think we might have hit on that during the Monday show anyway, because we said Devontae Freeman was coming back.
Yeah.
All right, next one here. 12-team PPR with Gordon and Freeman at running back, Marvin Jones and Devontae Adams at wide receiver. I have option to sub wide receiver 3 for running back, and I'm wondering if I am crazy to insert, I guess, D.D. Westbrook, I'm assuming, and bench Devontae Freeman. Westbrook versus Indy with Hearns already out. Freeman
That's weird.
back
It sounds
from
like they
injury.
have a flex with one running back league.
It
I
does.
would have played Freeman. I like his ups. I like him better than
Safer
Westbrook.
play would have been Freeman, yeah. Westbrook would have been, if you're shooting for the stars, man. If you're shooting for like one of those long shots there, that'd be a long shot right there. High upside, man, but high risk. All right, next one. This is from William in Folsom, California. All right, next one. Thank you for the excellent previous responses to my questions. And I would like to pick your mind one more time. I play in a 12-team Dynasty Auction League that has a $100 bid limit per team. That's kind of standard. And you may keep up to 20 bids worth of players for the next year. The key to our league is to get untapped talent off the benches for one bid. This is a lot of confusing stuff.
Yeah, I read this earlier, so it looks like it's a keeper
Did you?
league, and he's gonna keep some of these guys. He asked if he would drop any of them. I think with Plow, he's gonna be over 30 now. I would drop him. The rest of your guys, I would keep because I like Josh Gordon's still young, Anderson's young, Henry's young, Lutz, I like him, Juju's young, Hogan's young. You got to keep Duke, Kamara, and Lewis, and I like you got Matt Ryan, and you got Trubisky as your backup. I would like to see you upgrade at your quarterback. He has an option to keep those guys.
He has an option to keep those guys.
Yes.
Well, yeah, Kamara hands down, Robbie Anderson hands down.
No, I'm saying you should keep most of those guys. He's asking who he should drop. I'm saying should drop Plow and try to upgrade at quarterback if he could. Then if he can upgrade at quarterback, then drop Matt Ryan and keep Trubisky because Trubisky's younger for a dynasty.
Yep, I agree.
But I would want to keep Hunter Henry. I want to keep Juju. I want to keep Hogan. I want to keep Gordon.
the
That's a nice young team. He's got a pretty young team right there.
Yeah, it is. That was from Mark, and don't know where he's from. All right, Jeff, anything you want to say before we get out of here, man?
Good luck in your first round of the playoffs, and don't take a gamble. Play your studs. If a stud lets you down, it is what it is. Play the guys that carried you here all along.
Agreed, man. And I apologize for those who played Alvin Kamara Week 14. That really blows.
Don't worry about if you're playing against a player that you already have. Don't sit one of your players because of that reason. Either you win or you lose. Play
True.
your guys.
True. If you have Michael Thomas, pretty happy. And yeah, good luck to everybody out there. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Stitcher, SoundCloud, wherever you guys listen to us at. Check out our YouTube channel pretty soon, man. We're going to get that going. We're going to have some live shows on video for you as well within the next couple of weeks. We are here, man, 365 all year round, man. We do not take an off season here. So, man, we will see you guys on Monday to do the recap. Good luck again. See ya.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to another episode of The Flex. Subscribe on iTunes and Google Play Music. Visit FantasySportsStudios.com to get your fantasy sports fix and interact with the show. Follow us on Twitter at Fantasy S Studio and on Facebook at facebook.com/Fantasy Sports Studios.